There's a moment every child has, probably 100 times before the age of 7, where they look at something completely ordinary and ask why. Why is the sky that color? Why do birds not fall out of trees when they sleep? Why does bread go hard but crackers go soft? And then, somewhere around adulthood, most of us just stop asking. Not because we ran out of questions, but because life filled in around them and we forgot how good it felt to actually wonder about something. Welcome back to the next Biz Thing. I'm Marcus J. Diploma, and this is the show where I go looking for the businesses and ideas that are quietly changing how we live, work, and think, and then I bring them straight to you. Today I want to talk about a small app with a very big mission, putting that feeling of genuine curiosity back into your day, 10 seconds at a time. It's called Million Whys, built by a company called Igneous AI. And once I started poking around it, I understood exactly why it's caught on with curious people in dozens of countries. Here's the simplest way to describe Million Whys. It's a daily trivia and fun fact app built around a single why question. Not the kind of question you'd think to type into a search bar, but the kind that sneaks up on you. Why can the same soft feathers that let an owl fly silently also make it worse at hunting in the rain? Why does freshly ground coffee smell so much stronger than the pre-ground stuff sitting in a bag? These are the questions Million Whys puts in front of you, one at a time, with multiple possible answers to choose from before you find out which one is right. And this is where the app does something I think is genuinely clever. It doesn't just tell you the right answer and move on. It explains every single answer choice, including the wrong ones. Because a wrong guess isn't wasted effort, it's actually a real way of thinking about the problem, and understanding why that path doesn't hold up teaches you just as much as getting it right on the first try. That reframe, turning a wrong answer from a little sting of failure into another angle on the question, is such a small design choice, but it changes the entire emotional experience of learning something new. The app covers an enormous range of ground: animals, plants, technology, physics, chemistry, agriculture, history, the everyday stuff sitting right in front of you that you've never quite thought to question. And it isn't only pulling from some fixed bank of trivia facts written once and left alone. A good portion of the questions come directly from users. When you read an explanation and a follow-up question pops into your head, that follow-up can become tomorrow's card for someone else entirely. So the pool of questions keeps growing, shaped by the actual curiosity of the people using it. From a why about computer viruses asked in London, Ontario, to a question about musical notes from someone in Tokyo, to a coffee timing question from a small town in the United States. It's a strangely beautiful thing, a living library of human wondering, built one 10-second card at a time. There's also a feature called Snap to Question that I think says a lot about what this team is trying to build. You take a photo of literally anything around you, your coffee cup, your desk, whatever's in front of you, and the app generates a handful of why questions from completely different angles based on that image. It's a reminder that curiosity was never about needing a textbook or a classroom. It's about looking at your own ordinary life and realizing there's more going on in it than you assumed. What really stands out to me is how deliberately Million Whys has positioned itself against the wave of other learning and trivia apps out there. It isn't chasing streaks the way language apps do, where the habit itself starts to feel like the whole point instead of the learning. It isn't a long, structured course you have to commit 8 weeks to before you see any payoff. It isn't narrowly focused on one subject the way some STEM gamified platforms are. And it isn't a lookup tool like the AI chat assistants many of us use daily, which are fantastic when you already know what to ask, but useless for surfacing the things you never thought to ask about in the first place. Million Whys occupies a different lane entirely, discovery over lookup, curiosity over completion, wonder over streaks. And the pacing fits real life. A single question takes maybe 10 to 30 seconds depending on how long you linger on the explanation. 5 questions a day is roughly 2 or 3 minutes, lighter than almost any other trivia or brain training session out there. But you can do 1 or you can do 50, entirely up to you. No sign-up required to start. It's free to use the daily core experience, with an account only needed if you want your streaks saved and synced across devices. I think what Million Whys understands, at its core, is that curiosity isn't some rare talent reserved for scientists or professional trivia buffs. It's something every one of us was born with, and it doesn't disappear as we get older. It just gets buried under schedules and to-do lists and the assumption that we already know enough. What this app does is hand you the lightest possible doorway back into that feeling. A single 10-second why every day, with no pressure and no homework attached. There's something quietly important happening here beyond just entertainment. In a moment where so much of our information intake is passive, scrolling past headlines, skimming summaries, letting algorithms decide what we see, Million Whys asks you to actually predict an answer before you're given one. That small act, guessing first, then checking, is such a simple mechanism, but it's the same one behind some of the most effective learning research out there. It sticks with you longer than simply being told a fact ever would. If you've read this far and you're already thinking about the last time you asked a genuine why question and actually chased down the answer, that's exactly the itch this app is built to scratch. So if you want to bring a little bit of that childhood wonder back into your day, go find Million Whys, snap a photo of whatever's in front of you, or just answer today's card. See where the next why takes you. This has been Marcus J. Diploma, and this is The Next Biz Thing. Until next time, stay curious.